Bear, bear, bear in the air. Bear, bear, bear in the air. Toss your teddy bear up in the air. Catch it, catch it, catch your bear.
They are in the Minnesota Music Hall of Fame, and this year they are celebrating 40 years in our state. But did you know the story behind the Teddy Bear Band? It's a story that spans generations, with fans sometimes called Ted Heads. And as Gordon Severson reports, those fans range from everyday families to some major celebrities.
In a complicated world, we all crave nostalgia from time to time and memories of childhood. For many Minnesota kids who grew up in the 80s and 90s,
well, it was really a very exciting time.
There are fond memories of the Teddy Bear Band.
Look how much fun we had.
A band that started in 1985.
I was teaching in Bloomington Public Schools Early Childhood Family Education, ECFE.
Ron Gustafson was experimenting with music as a teaching tool during circle time with his preschoolers.
So I had this idea to take circle time to the stage.
He then reached out to Richard Erickson.
I had little kids and they were in Ron's program.
Richard was a professional musician at the time, performing at local jazz clubs. And together they started a band.
And so we had one rehearsal, and then we did the show.
A benefit concert for Ron's early childhood program. And the kids loved it.
And after that, it just took off.
Playing classic kid songs.
I wrote this specifically for our very first show.
And a few of their own.
Bear, bear, bear in the air. Bear, bear.
Before they knew it,
toss your teddy bear up in the air. Catch it, catch it. Bear, bear in your hair.
Kids were bringing their own teddy bears to the shows and singing along.
On every show, we tap into something that's really powerful, and that is the enthusiasm and joy of young children having fun.
We're going to the teddy bear swing.
Over the years, the band has played concerts in nearly every city in Minnesota at some of the biggest venues in the state.
Playing for the Mega Barney concert that had 50,000 people at it.
Minnesota State Fair, yeah.
The band eventually caught the attention of the legendary Mr. Rogers.
I said, well, Fred, you've heard what we do and why we do it. Do you have any advice? And he said, I think you should keep doing what you're doing. And so here we are.
But possibly their greatest memory was recording their first studio album in the Palace of Minnesota music royalty.
This is a picture of us at Paisley Park.
Invited by Prince himself.
Prince really wants us to be in Paisley Park? Well, are we a good fit?
And you can't get any bigger than that. But unlike most bands that make it big and eventually do slow down, the Teddy Bear Band is still going strong 40 years later.
We have parents of young children who saw us when they were young children, and we affectionately refer to them as Ted Heads.
And those Ted Heads are now bringing their own children to see their shows.
How many shows are you guys playing now?
It can range anywhere from 200 to 350 a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Almost one a day.
Our record is doing 7 in one day. And so it can get busy.
So you guys have had to have played thousands upon thousands of shows over your career.
Over 10,000.
As of last June, a year ago in June.
They say the secret to their success is having fun.
That is what makes us who we are.
And getting the kids involved in the show. And while the rest of us crave nostalgia and childhood, the Teddy Bear Band has been living it for more than 40 years.
Doesn't get old for me. It's remarkable.
And they have no plans to grow up anytime soon.
Dance with your teddy bear.
Our 50th anniversary is in 2035. We're looking forward to that.
Take them most anywhere they go.
Just keep the ball rolling.
The people take the bears, or the bears take the people.
Gordon Severson, KARE 11 News.
The band just wrapped up a busy summer of shows, and they're already booking shows for next year. Of course they are. New today, the most decorated American cross-country skier speaking out about her decision to retire. Jessie Diggins says that while she is hanging up her skis after the 25-26 season, she will not be slowing down much. She says she plans to focus on public speaking. She also says the reaction to her retirement has been incredible.
That it's kind of like attending your own funeral, but like in a good way, because all of a sudden you see all the really nice things that people are saying about you. And I was like, this is so overwhelming, but in the absolute best way ever. And it was just really, really humbling. I think my advice to the next generation is do the thing that you love and share it with as many people as possible. And it's okay to be super vulnerable. Just like race with your heart on your sleeve.
Diggins will compete in the 2026 Milan Cortina Olympics. Her final race will be in New York next year. Stick with us. More news and weather coming up after the break.